Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Rowena May Inspired. Happy Saturday, friends. Come on in. Say hello when you pop on so we know who's there. We as in me, because I didn't even get Wilby and the fam out. They're over here chilling beside me. Come on in. You guys, I'm going to show you what I got at the estate sale today. So come on in, friends. I got some cool things. Well, I think they're cool anyway. So jump on in here, join us, say hello when you pop on. We'll see all the treasures together. We will see all the treasures I scored today together, because some of the things I can't even see myself. So hello, Miss Kathy. Come on in, say hello. Mother's on her way to Grand Rapids to see my niece. So she won't be on because she's driving. She went to the estate sale with Blake and I today too. She scored a few things of her own. So not crafting today. I'm just going to show you what I got. So let's get a couple more friends to jump on and join us, and then I'll show you. I'll get a little organized here. I'll get a little organized. So how's everybody's Saturday so far? It's raining and cool. Oh, it's beautiful here. I mean, it's cool, but it's beautiful. No rain here so far. So far. Hello, Miss Wanda. Happy Saturday. All right. So we got about 9 friends on. That's good. That's good. Happy Saturday, everyone. Come on in. See what I got. Let's see what I got. You guys, this was an amazing sale. So, hello, Miss Teddy Bear. If you were on my live on Thursday, I told you there was this amazing estate sale, and this house happened to be my old neighbor before my son and I moved into Battle Creek. We lived in a house out in Athens. It's about 15 minutes south. You guys, I got this horrible streak on my glasses. 15 minutes south of Battle Creek. Well, hello, Rekindled Blessings. How are you, friend? Mother lives in the village of Athens, but we lived, yes, people are trickling in, yes, because they want to see all the estate sale finds. So we lived about maybe a couple miles outside of the town, just between, so it's between Battle Creek, where we live now, and Athens. But the neighbors we had, they were, I think they were both my dad's age, so they would be about 74. And, oh, Debbie's electricity is out. Oh, no. I am good. I'm doing great. But the husband passed away. It's probably been about 5 or 6 years ago. I think he had a massive heart attack or something. So he passed away a little before my dad. And my husband Blake knew him through when Blake worked at the National Cemetery here in Battle Creek. The husband, he was one of the honor guards. So at the military funerals, when they bring the honor guard in for each service, he was part of the honor guard. So Blake knew him from there. And then, he obviously found out that I used to be neighbors with them, but I also went to school with their kids and just all the things. So I've known, my dad went to school with the mom, who she just passed away this year. Hello, Miss Connie from Connecticut. Happy Saturday. Anyway, they were a sweet couple, and they basically, where I lived and where they lived, all that was in between us was their property. So they had their woods. So, it was really private out where we lived because we were in the country. We loved it, but hello, Miss Robin. Welcome in. Okay, so anyway, her kids decided to have an estate sale. Love her kids to death, but a lot of the things that they had in the estate sale were, I can't get behind how people can just give away family things. Like what we saw today, Mother and I we saw that their mom had actually made a sign that they put out with the items. She had made a sign that said, these candlestick holders, these wooden candlestick holders were made by your grandfather and your uncle in like, I don't even know what year it was, but back in, and it said like where they were made, where they made them and everything. And it was like, I guess I'm too sentimental with things because I couldn't put that in an estate sale. I just couldn't. And when we were getting ready, yeah, Anita, right? Exactly. And same thing with my Aunt Anita and my Uncle Robin with the estate sale with their family just recently. That they had, there was such a, you know how family can get, like be in their bonnet and like, oh, you got to pay for all this stuff. It's like, why do you have to pay for your parents or your family stuff? So the same thing was kind of the situation. Yes, they inherited it, but if it was me and I didn't want it, I'd be like, hey, is there anybody in the family who wants this? I mean, there's only so much of the almighty dollar you can get out of an estate sale, right? Like you can price it at 40 and you can have a half off sale for 20 and you might not sell it at all. So what are you going to do with it then? Throw it in the dumpster when you could have given it to a family member? Because there were family members out there the last 2 days buying stuff that was like their grandparents and stuff like that. It's just kind of sad. It's just sad to me. But I'll get off my soapbox because I want to show you what I got, because I got some good stuff. Okay, so collections galore. These people had collections galore. I got this little blue ball jar. Now, this jar did come with a lid on it, right? One of those metal, like original. You're too sentimental, aka hoardish. Well, I think that's kind of how their mom was too. But I'm like, when there's something that's been like left and it has a note, and it's like, I don't know, like, I guess it's just how I am too. Maybe that's how our family is. Yes, family first for sure. So this had a lid on it, but I have a bunch of like big to small ball jars up in my living room, and one of them didn't have a lid on it. So I took the lid off and put it on there because then it made it more symmetrical. Hello, Miss Dawn. You guys, I'm just showing all the estate sale finds today. I'm not crafting. But I knew you guys would want to see this. So she had a lot of these, and some of them, this was the last one that I found in the pint size that had a lid on it. I was super excited because they don't always come with lids. So if you know, you know. Okay, so check this jar out. Now, this was in their office. They had an office. You called my daughter and sister when my parents sell. Yeah, right? Exactly. Well, hello, Miss Debbie. Your electricity, it just came back on. Thank goodness. I don't like when you lose electricity. So this is a bell-shaped jar that they had in their office. So it's full of those little bull clips, you know, those little kind of paper clip things. We call them bull clips. And it says Liberty 1776 to 1976, and it's Liberty Spanish Olives. Do you guys ever heard of that? I've never heard of it, but look at this jar. Is that not cool? And right here on one of the spots, where does it? I see on this side, it actually has the crack in the Liberty Bell. Can you guys see that? Can you see the crack right there? There you can see it. I thought that was really cool. So I couldn't resist. I think I paid $1 for that. Okay, so then when, I'll just fast forward to going out into their barn. He had hobbies, right? He was a big hunter. So he had, he reloaded ammo. He just did all the things. So there was that. But then he was into woodworking, and looks like he was going to do, I know the ideas are flowing. I know, I'd never seen a jar like that before. So apparently, he was into like this, making like a dollhouse. So it was this huge dollhouse, and he had all of these dollhouse accessories. Look at these little, they're like the little staircase, like the spindles for a staircase. I grabbed a couple packets. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I thought their mother goes, you got to get them. Look at these. These look like they could be like little people if you really wanted to make little ornaments or bodies for like dragonflies or butterflies or something. I don't know. I just grabbed a couple packs. He had tons of them, so I just grabbed a couple. But then this was too cool to leave behind. He had a bunch of these too. This is clay mini bricks. So this would be like for the roof. I'm going to open this just because I'm curious, because I've never seen this before. You guys ever seen Houseworks Limited stuff like this? I'd never seen it. And Blake and I were like we were smiling. Hello, Miss Marlene and Miss Sue. Welcome in. We were smiling when we left because this little girl like, I don't know if it was her dad or who it was, but they got the dollhouse. And the dollhouse was huge because it was monster huge. It filled the back of his pickup truck. And it was only like $20 because it was marked down. And it wasn't because it wasn't finished. It was just like a shell of a dollhouse. So excited to see, and I hope that they make it into something awesome, you know, like finish it and make it really cool. You guys, this is really cool. It's like, whoops. It's like legit bricks, right? Look. And it's on that backing, like we could have done a backsplash with some little tiny bricks, but you could have a little house. You could make a little house and just lay these bricks on. Isn't that cool? I don't know what I'm going to do with it, you guys. I just had to buy one sheet of it just because it was really cool and I just wanted to check it out. I think they had a whole box of these. It was crazy. Now, the people that bought the house may have bought these. I don't know. I snagged those up before they were, before they came. So of course, whenever I'm looking in the sewing the sewing room, I always look for rickrack because, you know, I love my rickrack because Grandma Rowena used to use the rickrack all the time. And then they had one of these little metal embroidery hoops. I love that. Birdhouse, yes. Oh yeah, for sure, birdhouse. So I grabbed this one, love that. And then I really don't know what these are, but they look like little people. And I thought, well, you could make little angels if you want, like a little, but they're all these little, there's tons of these little people. I call them people. I don't know, could they be like a little candlestick holder thing? Like you could put a little candle in here if you wanted to, make it look like a, I don't know. What are your ideas? There's a whole bunch of them, and then there were a whole bunch of just wooden, oh, Miss Teddy Bear, you just wait. These wooden like little balls. Mother and I were digging through a box because some of these had fallen out, so we were just chucking them in the box. I don't even know. I probably paid like $1 or $2 for this. Your mama used rickrack a lot. You know I love the rickrack. I have a whole little bin of rickrack. Okay, so let me set that aside. So then of course I had to go through the doilies because you know I love the doilies. This is a really pretty one. Now some of these that are really pretty, I have a hard time wanting to cut them, but that one's really pretty. And then this one right here. These both look homemade. And Mom said that she thought maybe her mother made these. The lady's mother, because her mother did this kind of stuff. But isn't that pretty? So pretty. And does that look bigger at the top? Or is it all the same? I guess it's all the same size, isn't it? I guess it's probably how I'm holding it. But that is really pretty. It's kind of a diamond shape. She had a whole bunch of those. I just grabbed a couple of those. That would be so cool. Nativity scene. Yes. Maybe I can whip one of those up before the craft show next week. That would be awesome. I'll have to do that. All right. So then I have a ton of these little guys, but these were all in a bag. All of these, I think these are, you know, like you buy these because, I mean, like somebody didn't make these. Well, I mean, a machine or somebody somewhere did. But you know what I mean? Like, I just like these. I'm a sucker for a doily. These are the same, like, same kind of thing. And then there's one like this. And then I got a bunch of these little ones. So, you know, I made that doily snowman. This could be a head for a snowman. I think it's pretty. So there's that. And then she did have material. You guys were asking me the other day about material. She did have material. It had been hit pretty good. So somebody came through and got some material. I just grabbed some yellows because I love yellow, and she just had some really pretty yellow. So there's it's got a little, you know, a little brush look to that. And then there's a really pretty flower. And then there's this one like that. And then this was the first one I picked up. It's got like brown and yellow. I thought that was really pretty. Aren't those doilies awesome? Okay, so that's not it. So when I was on my live the other day, we talked about, well, does she have material? Does she have buttons? And I was like, I don't know. I'm going to have to look closer at the pictures. So I looked closer at the pictures. And what she had was amazing collection. Hello, Miss Shannon. How are you? Now, this jar right here. Okay, I really originally wasn't going to get this one. But Mother, this is a ball jar. Look, it says ball on the top. Look at that. This has got to be a really old ball jar, you guys. What do you think? They don't make these. They don't make these like they used to. So she had this filled. So what Shayna is the gal who runs some of the sales, and so I know her from, you know, sale and sale and sale. She goes, I did not stuff these jars. This is how she had them displayed. I said, that's even more awesome because I may just leave them. You could make some part. Oh, I know. I totally could. So this is full of these. We don't know what these are. I tried to Google image these on the way to the second sale, but I didn't get anywhere. Oh, she's got a domino in there. But these are like, most of these in here are these letters. You guys know what these are? Do you guys know what these are? There were some like glue spots on them, so she thought, or Mother thought, so some of these have like glue, like you can see where they've been glued. Mother thought that maybe a domino, that they were like used as like magnets. What do you think? Full. It's full of those. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know what this is. Has anybody ever seen these before? They have on the back, they have like a little, it kind of reminds you of your fleur down in old Louisiana. Is that right? What that is? Let me hold it up there. Florida, what? You guys know I never know how to say that thing down there. No, you know, fleur. I don't know, but I don't know what that is. So anyway, I gotta do some checking on, figure out what that is. Okay, so then when we first, but Mom thought the same thing. I think she said Scrabble tiles at first too, but then we were like, I don't know, they had glue on them, but maybe she used them for something else. So, did you see the fleur in the back of it, Miss W, Miss Kathy? Okay, so on her beautiful fireplace now, fleur de lis, is that what it is? Fleur de lis. I don't even try to say it right. I just say fleur, like I sound like the Swedish chef from the Muppets. Fleur, because I have no clue how to say it. Okay, so let's do some looking in here and see what's in these, because I don't even know. Okay, let me try to find something that we can maybe contain this. Okay, here we go. We can contain this a little bit. Let me get some dust out of this little bin right here. You guys, you could tell me 100 times how to say it, or how it's really supposed to be, and I'm gonna just call it fleur every time, because you know me, I don't even try. Ooh, that's a pretty. Look at that. It's a pretty button. Let me try to just dump some of these out in here. Oh, look at that. That's some thread on a little unique little plastic thing. I've never seen anything like that before. Have you? Let's try to see what we can do. Ooh, it looks like a little buckle. You know, I'll dump these out and never be able to get them back in here. But that's okay. That's okay. She has a lot of these. Now, aren't the jars cool? Oh, Lord. Here they go. My husband just had to go to work, so they're going to do their barking. A lot of old, like, snaps and things. I probably won't put those. There's snaps, and there's, like, the little hooks. The hook and eye, and I won't put those back in there. Okay, let's see what else is in here. But, yeah, I guess she had stuffed these on here. You just sighed out loud. I know. Well, so I walked up to the first one, or the first time, and I was like, oh, I'll just skip these. And then I walked up again, my husband's like, you didn't want these? I'm like, well, I mean, I guess, if I must. I did hit the jackpot. Yes, hold on. Let's get all these out of here. I like the sheets, you know, they come on the sheets and stuff, but I always seem to take them off just because I like the look of the buttons, not all the paper. But, you know, oh my gosh, there's like a screw. There's, oh look, there's a drill bit. I mean, you guys can't imagine what you find in the, I mean, maybe you can. So here's some little, for your bibs. The heck those are. That looks like just like garbage. I don't know what that is. I won't, whatever it is, I'm not ever going to use it. What is this? 20 grand finest Swedish steel. What is that, you guys? You guys see that? Is that a sewing thing? Because you guys know I don't know. You guys know I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. There's some more snaps. There's some more of these. I think I'll just pull those out. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one. There's another one, another big one. I'm gonna pull all these papers out and I'll dump these buttons back in here. But there's a ton of buttons. Ooh, there's some metal ones. The sweet sound of buttons, for sure. More snaps. These are cool. There's like, I like the metal ones. Oh, is it a razor blade? Made in the USA. Oh, nice. Miss Debbie always sets me straight. My grandma always kept these kind of things. Like she probably took them off pants or something, you know, pants, bibs, I don't know, and puts them back on, or you know, keeps them. These came from Elaine Warren, Pat Morgan, and Goldie Maines. Well, I wish I knew what it was because I know Elaine Warren. I used to play bunco with her. She went to school with my dad. And Pat Morgan was her mom. Well, shucks. See, she kept notes of things. These are, oh, I love that one, you guys. There's that one again. That's so pretty. Oh, wait, what is it? What is it? Tatting shuttle? Well, I'll believe whatever you guys tell me because I have no clue. All right, I'll just pull out all these little, look at these little old school things. I have no clue what they are. Ooh, look at that one. I don't even know. Is that like it looks kind of like a toggle. It's got the little, we'll put that in there. I just like to pull out all the things that are like not buttons and just, you know, I mean, there's some snaps, like, not snaps, like the, what do you call them? There's another screw. There's another screw. You gotta be careful when you're ooh, look, there's it's a razor blade. The plastic thing showed. Oh, for tatting. Okay. Hello, Miss Catherine. A little old from Chicago, Spiegel, Chicago, Illinois. No charge for credit. Oh, dang. Times have changed, haven't they? Wait, what's that say? Buy all your needs at Spiegel's and save more. You guys remember Spiegel's? Oh, there was a Spiegel's catalog, wasn't there? All right, let's see what else is in here. I don't know what the heck that is. It doesn't look very buttonish to me. There's like a spring, look. Look. The thing Grandma took from the girdles. Oh, yeah, that's what those are, isn't it? Oh, my gosh. Ooh, look at that. There's a necklace. That was one of those gifts that her kids got her, and she was like, I'm going to hide this in the button. I'm just kidding. I'm making up stories now. There's a thimble, and there's a big old... That looks like a needle, but there's no... Wait, is there? No, it's broken. The top of it is broken off, so I'm just going to chuck that, because there's no way I can even use that, because... like I'm using needles very often. You all know me. All right, let's see. That's right. Those are from the ladies. But there's anybody ever wear those anymore? Wear those garter belts? I mean, you don't have to tell me. There's a key. Royal Traveler. That's probably from her suitcase. There's another one of those. All right, let's. Ooh, there's like a. Ooh, that's pretty. This would be pretty painted. Look, it's like got flowers on it. That'd be really pretty painted. All right, there's another garter belt holder. All right, let's shove these back in here now. Oh my gosh. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we're gonna have to go like this. Whoops. Get that out of there. The one thing was to hold up your pants. Yes! Oh my gosh, yes, that's crazy. Whoops. One button down. All right. See if I can do this a little faster so we can get to the next one. Let me see if I can do it now. Nobody cringe. Nobody cringe. If I went really fast, you know what would happen. So I'm going slow. That's another one of those. Hold on, there's more. Ooh, this is, oh, that's the same thing. She had a lot of those in there. She might have worn those. Okay, there's a bunch of little, there's a tack. Hold on. Ooh, I like that one too. Whoops, look at that gold one. I like that. I am just teasing you, aren't I? All right, here we go. We went to a second sale today, but it was a bust. It was a bust. It was not. It was, I swear, it had to be a man sale. It was all manly things. Mom wanted to go to it because they had Lego sets. She thought maybe if she could find a cool Lego set, she'd buy it for my nephew for Christmas. But there wasn't. I mean, there were cool ones. You guys, I'm just pulling out some pins. There were some cool ones, but they were so expensive. Because you know those finished Legos are expensive. Just buying Legos is expensive. Okay, here we go. It's a lot of those, what do you call the hooks? A lot of hooks. All right. Well, look, you guys, out of all that, I know, isn't that awesome? Out of all that, we still have, we still have all this. We're going to push that aside. And these are all, I'm getting rid of these. I'm never going to use those. Like, I'll probably get rid of a lot of that stuff. All right, let's look and see what. Now, that wasn't, okay, this will be easy because I don't even know. This will be really easy because look at this one. She had this one full of spools. Okay, now this is a ball special. What's that say? Wide mouth. I had to get it just right to see it. It was see it says ball special. Special wide mouth. That's what they call me. Special wide mouth. Big mouth more. Okay, look at this one right here. This is the one on top. I thought that was really cool. Have you guys ever seen one like that before? Darning something. I can't read what it says. The look, my husband noticed. He goes, oh, they had the little strawberry in there. I love the little strawberries when I find those at sales. I love those. And there's a little one in here, but look at the little tomato one. And this is weighted. Here. And it even has a needle in it still. Look. I said it's a tomato. It might not be a tomato, but I told my husband I think it's a tomato. And there's the little one. Oh, aww. All right, here's another one of those. You guys seen those before? All right, I'm gonna put these out because there's some other stuff down here at the bottom. Okay, you guys know I love my spools. My husband says, I'm going to just start coming to estate sales with you just so I can see how much you pay for this stuff so I know how much to sell it for when you're gone. Ah, that's what he said. He didn't mean when I was gone, like, he meant gone, like, oh, look at this one. Look at that honking thing. It's like a barrel. This thread conforms to requirements of blah, 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 blah. It's like a big one thing. But look at that. Have you ever seen? That's huge. I wonder if it's a solid, whatever this thread is, it's really like heavy duty. Like, this isn't like sewing your whole thread. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Maybe a couch? I don't know. Okay. Let's see what that is. There's some of those. Are these bobbins? You guys didn't think I would know, right? There's some bobbins. Oh, there's a black one. You guys have only seen the black ones when I paint them. I've never seen. There is a chart that you can Google. It has a chart of the different years ball jars. Oh, it goes. Oh. Well, look, there's a black one. I've never seen a black one, only when I have painted them. All right. Here's another little. Now, this is a weighted strawberry. That strawberry's got some weight to it. And Mother pointed out that there was a little pair of scissors at the bottom of the thing. And there was. And then there's a Oh. Number of needles. Oh, wait. Number of needles thread? Does that make sense to anybody? It says 3 is 29 to 30, 2 is 30 to 50, 1 is 50 to 70, and 0 is 70 to 90. 0 is 90 to 150, and 0 is 150 to 300. Anybody know what that means? See that? Aspen! I don't know how you can see it, but does anybody know what that means? Hello, Miss Teresa! All right, what's in here? Milner's needles, Sherrington's Milner's needles, egg-eyed. Is there needles actually in here? Or is it just this might just be, oh, there is. Oh, there is a lot. Let me make sure, look at that. Look at that. There's a whole bunch of needles in here. Sherrington's Milner's needles, number 8. Egg-eyed. Needle sizes and thickness. Oh, okay. You guys know I'm clueless when it comes to that. Superior egg-eyed Milner's needle number 8 is what that is. All right. Well, there's that. Let's chuck these back. Ooh, this is a cool one. I just realized there's like a little tiny one. These dogs, I swear, there's nothing to bark at. Again, I have the blinds closed. Well, hello, Miss Oli. You're hopping on today. We're going through estate sale finds. I'm showing everybody what I got. That's a little cute one. Looks like a little barrel shaped. I'm keeping those little cute ones at the top. Look at that one. See if I can get them back in here. Oh my gosh, it was close. It's so close. So close. We'll leave out all that little goodness. It's a wide mouth jar, you guys. I haven't had a wide mouth jar. That looks so cool. All right. Now this is a wide mouth as well. This again has some really weird like odds and ends things in it. Like we did pull this out. Mother and I pulled this one out. So there are some spools in here. Is that a needle? Is that an envelope opener? Is that what that is? I could open the envelopes with that. I did. Okay. This is J&P Coats Darning and Mending Standard Shades. Okay, this is their pack. Now look, it's legit what came in there. It's old school thread. Did your hubby get any hunting things? He did get some old ammo stuff. Ooh, that's pretty. Some pretty lace. Aspen Haley! Jeepers. Sorry, you guys. She's just going to be naughty. Oh! A skeleton. Alright, this is the boot. M&M Leather Craft Company, Dallas, Texas. Anybody ever heard of that? Anybody near Dallas? Look, it's a little boot. It's no idea. Maybe a keychain? I have no clue. Alright. Let's pour this in here and see what. That came out much easier. All right, there's a plastic needle. Anybody use plastic needles? Holy moly, what is that? What is that, you guys? I have no clue, but she's wrapped thread around it. There's a bunch of these little like plastic horses. That looks like a dog. Look at this. Oh my gosh. That looks like a buckeye nut. There's 2 of them. You guys know what a buckeye nut looks like? Does it look like a buckeye? I'll have to give those to my husband. He hates the buckeyes. There's a screwdriver. Oh, there's another one. Look at this one. That's kind of cool. There's some more gold buttons. That's a sewing needle. I don't know if there's anything in there, but it says there's a rock. Funky looking rock. Here's some more of these little funky little plastic toys. Look at these buttons. Those are little blue buttons. Yeah, there's a bunch of, there's like a, I don't know what that is. There's a rabbit. Is it a chestnut? I call it a buckeye. Because it looks like a buckeye. But yeah, it might be a chestnut. What are those? It's a little tiny turkey. It's a plastic turkey and a plastic... I don't know what that is. But look how small they are. Look at them. I don't know what these are. And then there's a... Looks like a guy, I don't know, doing something. Aspen! Goodness gracious. Oh, this was a license for their dog. From back in the day. Little dog license. Yeah, this jar was hodgepodge. All right, let's see. Let me see here. Don't drop the jar. You love the little animals? They are cute, aren't they? All right. Whoops. We'll put these in here. Sassy! There's a shell. Goodness, girl. There's something else. Something else. Oh my gosh, you guys look. Do you guys remember, did you ever use these with your kids? The little ducky with their cloth diapers. Oh my gosh. There's a way to we were just talking with my in-laws. We were talking about cloth diapers. And they were talking about how my father-in-law stabbed my sister-in-law once with one of those pins. I mean, it wasn't funny. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Poor thing. All right, I'm just putting these. Oh, look at that one, you guys. It's a little flower. There's another rock. It's just a little collectall. A little collectall of things. All kinds of these little animals in here. Who said they love the animals? Miss Marlene, send me your address and I'll send these to you. I'll never use these. You want these little animals? There's a little doggy. Is that ear of corn? Looks like a little ear of corn. There's a, I don't know, something. There's a car. There's a clown. Those look really old. All kinds of goodness. Ooh, here's a cool looking little, oh yeah, old diaper pin for sure. Look at that. That's a little key. I'll leave that over there. It's a little metal key. There are some actual keys in here for. Oh, it's another suitcase. All right, you guys. I'm trying to get all the odds and ends out so I can put these buttons in with the buttons. Let's see what else is in there. There's another key. And a bunch of, my sister had those pins. Oh my gosh, I know. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. All kinds of these little, there's a Scotty dog, little horseshoe, little bird. And who knows where she got these from, you know, like, obviously she was a collector of all the things because she had a crazy amount of collections. There's a big needle. There's a teapot. And a bird. And a boxing glove. Oh my goodness. And it's like an ice cream cone. My dad got me with a pin. I said, yeah, I think that's what my, ooh, there's a marble. I think that's exactly what my mother-in-law said. He felt horrible. Ooh, there's a skull. I think that's a skull. Yeah, look at that one. He felt horrible after that, and he did. Yeah. There's a little oil. Looks like an oil can or a flowering can. Can't tell. A piggy. A guitar. My goodness. Just when I think I'm through them, they just keep coming, coming, and coming. Oh, you have a huge collection of old keys. All right, let me see. There's another one. There's a thing. I'm almost just to the buttons, I believe. Goodness. Oh, there's a little iron. That was cute. Oh, there's some little beads. What is that one? I don't know what that is. This is a blue, whatever that is, there was two of those. Looks like an ice cream cone, but it's, what was the other way? Oh, 1970s? Oh, there's another dog license. 1974. Oh my gosh, this is a dog license from 1974. If it was 1973, that would be cool, because that was the year I was born. 1974. That's awesome. They must have lived in Branch County at one time, because we live in Calhoun County. So, there's another key. Ooh, that's a kind of a cool one. What's that say? I can't read it. Independent Lock Company, I think is what it says. That dog is going to get a pop if I get upstairs. I don't know what her problem is. She won't do it when I'm upstairs, though. She's been naughty lately. I don't know what her problem is. I have to start locking her under crate. All right, you guys. I think this is what we've got left for buttons in here. I think that one's a hairbrush. Oh, no, it's a tennis racket. There's another little key. It looks like to a suitcase. To a suitcase. That's what it looked like to me. Another marble. All right, I think we can... Oh, is this another dog tag? They were vaccinated against rabies, 1969, 1970. Oh, shoot, you guys. This is a hoot. All right, let's fill up our jar. You barked yourself to sleep. Yeah, right, we wish. I don't... You guys, she don't... Normally, she doesn't do that. How many times does she doesn't do that? But lately, I don't know if they're fighting over a bone. Look, we almost got a full one. Or what she's doing, but it's ridiculous. I'll put these in here. I'll put that over here. Okay, last one, you guys. Last one. Maybe you leave the curtains open when they're down. Well, they'll bark even more. They'll all be barking. Because the people that walk by, that's the problem. That's why I shut them. Okay, there's some buttons, and there's... Oh, it says Victory Purse Pack, so you could put something from your purse in. Oh, I remember Grandma had this. Is this for hemming? Was that for hemming? I remember Grandma Rowena had those. Was that for hemming? Does your doggy just want to be with you? Not if I go upstairs, she'll be like... No, there's 3 of them up there. I don't know what her problem is. Like I said, one of them's probably got a bone. And that she wants it. Ooh, look at those buttons. Those are cool. And these are really pretty too. Oh my gosh, those kind of look like marbles. Look at those. Those are sweet. Supreme quality, 25 cents. When was the last time you could buy a thing of buttons for 25 cents? Oh, you want to take a screenshot of my hair? Okay, how's that? I look straightforward for you. Oh, you can describe it to your hairdresser. Here, how about this? Get this side so she can see how it is on the side. Because it's a little bit tapered. It's straight across, but it's kind of like, did you get it? All right, standard point. Ooh, that's a needle. Ooh. What is that, you guys? It's like, almost looks like you're going to put in an IV. What is that? Who knows what that is? The heck is that? I don't know what the heck is that. I don't know what that is. I'm like, oh, I don't know what that is. There's a button off a piece of jeans. It's a piece of jeans. There's another thimble. There's a spool. Nails. More of the snaps. Oh, you can never go wrong when you get a die. Oh, is that a seam ripper? Okay. There's the bell. Put that down here in my bells. And I kept those. Ooh, this is a big old belt buckle. I should keep that then. I might need that for some crafts sometime, you think? Oh my gosh, this was from a game. Wasn't it like Life? Remember when you put the little pegs in and you had to fill the pegs? Or you had to fill the car? She liked to keep nails. Oh my gosh, more thimbles. Thimbles galore. I like the thimbles. Oh geez, now she's got the other ones going. Now she's got the other ones going. She's just been naughty lately. I don't know. Naughty. More keys. I have to keep those keys. I have a key bag. I'll keep the keys. At least in this one, there's more buttons and not all the other things. There's some. Oh, there's a domino. There is a domino. It does look. It did look like a dried up bean, but it's got a. It's sewn. It's sewn on the side. See it? It did look like a bean, but it's. I don't know what that is. That's a cool one. All right. It's like a bottle opener. All right, there are a bunch of buckles. Look at those. Look at those buttons. They're all on like a little piece of something. A little piece of something. There's. All right. Snap. That's a cool one. Oh, you got a glam shot? How much were these jars? So, two of the jars, or three, how many I got? 4 jars? 5 jars. I think they were all, one jar was 15, which was the old jar. I think this one. Nope, this was 10. Maybe it was the big one. One of the big ones, might have been this big one. One of these big ones was 15. All the rest of them were 10. But everything I bought today, I paid $70 for everything that I got today, which I thought was great because obviously full price, it was like 140 bucks. So, all right, let me see if I can do this now. Ooh, look at that. There we go. Oh, is it a wrench for a sewing machine? Oh my gosh, that's too funny. And you know what? These buttons could have been from like her mom as well. Because, like I said, I know her mom. My mom said her mom lived with them. And she, you know, sewed as well. So these could be like really old. You know how I always picture like, I don't know why, but like my grandma always, you know, did the whole thing where you put them all together like this. When you take them off something, you put them all together, right? And I just picture, what is that, you guys? Tell me what that is. There's some pretty pink ones. Look at that one. That's a pretty pink one. All right, there's another one of those. What is that? That's not a button, is it? Like, what is it? It's got a hole. It's got a hole through it. What are those, you guys? Are there any more of those in here? Aspen! She's driving me nuts. She's driving me nuts. So, you guys, out of all that, we filled, let's see, we filled this one back up. Full. Oh, wait, hold it up again. What was I holding up again? Which one? What thing? What did I need to hold up again? I already forgot. I already forgot. What did I just hold up? Pencil. Oh, this thing. Oh. This thing. Is that what it is when you put your pencil and you have to... Does it say? All it has is a star on it. It's a finger grip for kids to hold their pencil. Wait, don't I have a pencil here? I never used one of those. Okay, let's try it. It's probably made for right-handed people too, isn't it? Hold on, let me try to hold it with my right hand. Maybe for a bracelet. I think whoever said, is it like that? Like you put your pointer finger there like that. I don't know, I'm left-handed. Now you have... You call it cleaning them? All right, let's put these in this one and see how many we can fill in this jar. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Look at that one. Pretty, pretty. Place your index finger on the star. Oh, so you write like that? Okay. I'm like, oh. Okay. I never used, I think the only time I've ever used any of those are those ones that are like squishy. Like they're the squishy ones. Okay, let me see if I can get these in here without. See how much we can fill up this one. You like watching this because my husband won't take you to these? Yes, see what you can find. My husband knows what brings me joy. See, now I just need, we have a fireplace. Ooh, I like that one. That's a really cool one, you guys. That almost looks like it's wooden and it's red. We gotta leave that one out. I might have to use that on a craft soon. Of course, you guys know I use my buttons when I craft, but I just, what brings me joy is looking at buttons. I don't know why. Does anybody else, it just, like, I know Miss Teddy Bear will say yes, because she has the button obsession like I do. But like, it just brings me joy to see a jar of buttons. I don't know why. I love the look. Now, I even thought about, I have all of my ball jars upstairs in my living room. I'm like, maybe I should take my buttons and fill those. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we got this much in this jar. It is, yeah, I like the foam grips, yes. So this was a $10 jar. This is a Kerr jar. This was a Kerr. All the rest of them were the ball jars. So there was that one. There was this one, which is the wide mouth, which is, I would put the lid back on it, but it's full of those little plastic toys. But this even brings me joy to see this. In, you know, not just the buttons, but the spools. And then, of course, this. Now, I don't know if I'll keep those in there. I think it's really cool, but I almost want to do something with some of those little. And then this Big Daddy full. Look at that. Button jars make me think of Grandma and Mom. Yes, that's probably why. Even though my grandma never had her buttons, like she did buttons like this, and she had this like big silver. And if my Aunt Anita's still on here, she can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe she had this like big silver thing out on her porch that she used to keep buttons lined up in. Like she probably knew what she had, but it was like this thing, and I think she had thread in there and stuff. But it was like just old school things I remember. But you guys, look at all this goodness. I love it. And you guys, thanks for sticking around with me to see what I got today. I really love this guy. I want to do something with him, but I don't know what I want to do with him. Like, I don't know. I wish we were neighbors. Yes, we could. You could collect buttons, Miss Georgianne. I love it. Well, you guys know I have. If you haven't seen it before, I'll show you since I'm on here right now. I'll show you what I have back here. Because I do have a lot, you guys. I've been accused of being called a hoarder of the buttons, but I do have a lot, okay? I do have a lot. So here's this one that's got, I'm going to set some of these on the floor so I don't break them, since we know it. And then this one right here, you guys, Mother paid $6 for this. This is that crunchy velvet peanut butter jar. She had this up in our upstairs, like the upstairs at her house, like where our kids' bedrooms were. And this was just sitting there, just begging to come to my house. I said, Mother, what are you going to do with all those buttons? She's like, you want to take them to your house? I'm like, yes. Look at that old school velvet, crunchy velvet peanut butter. I don't even know if they even make this peanut butter anymore. But look at the little kid. Kind of looks like my son. That's funny. All right, so there's those. And then I have this little guy. These came from, I don't know where these came from. There's all a bunch of white ones. This came from, I got these on a sale from Chastita. If you guys know Chastita from Southern, I can't remember what her page is called. Shoot. Just left my head. But here, these are mostly all like grays and white. I have no clue. But some of these jars came from a garage sale. Like I was on, before I moved in with my husband, like this lady was having a garage sale and she said buttons like $20 or something. I was like, I'm on my way. Like I couldn't get there fast enough. And there was a whole bunch of these. I don't remember now because it's been years. So I need to come visit if, yes, if you need a button, come visit. What else have I got back there? The only other things, oh wait, I do have more. I have this. I made this. Guys, this is one of those, what are these called? These are from Hobby Lobby. Well, it's in the Christmas collection, you know, and it's like a gumball machine. And I put the buttons in it because I thought they kind of look like gumballs. Isn't that cute? My favorite buttons are the colored buttons. I mean, these, like I said, I'll never run out of white or black or gray or brown buttons, but that's stinking cute. I think I made that at, it says Sleigh Bell, but it's like more of a Valentine vibe, but I just keep that up here on the top, up here on my shelf. And then, you guys, I have all of my buttons, my red, blue, all my little colored jars. These are from Dollar Tree, but they're all separated into colors. And then, I don't know, let's see. This is pretty much what started the whole button obsession, was one of these tins right here. I think it was this one. When Mother and I went to the estate sale, and the lady goes, there goes all those craft projects, because I took the tin and she wanted these buttons. And I've told you guys the story a million times. These I had just started to separate into there's something about people putting nails in there. But yeah, so this is like one of the first things. I think I paid like $20. So that was a lot. Like for me, that's a lot. But I wasn't going to put it down after she was like. And then this is like probably where a lot of this metal stuff is going to go until I decide like this is like stuff that's been in with other things. Like there's a bunch of metal buttons in here, but there's a lot of these. Like this one lady, this was from her, I remember the sale I went to, and she just she kept all of her buttons. Ooh, those are pretty. Look at those. She kept all of her buttons on the thingies. And sometimes I don't like to throw them away because sometimes I like the look, and you could craft. Like I've crafted with, those before. I think I have my, where's that at? I have the one thing I made. Oh yeah, I'll show you. So there's those. And then of course, my Big Daddy, down here. This was from a sale. One big bag from a sale, and I always just pluck out of there. This was an Amazon buy. These are all like I've separated into colors, and they're just in bags in here. White, pink, blue, yellow. Whoops. These are like the metal buttons, which they're falling out because I didn't close the bag. Green, and then obviously you guys know this is full. This is full of, because this big enamel bowl was inspired by, there's a shop down in Shipshewana that they have this big bowl, and you scoop your buttons, you pay like an arm and a leg per scoop. And that was inspired by that. And I got that at an estate sale one day for that bowl. I saw that bowl and I was like, I gotta have that bowl. So I made this craft. I don't remember when. You guys will remember when I did it if you were on here. But I took this old like sewing drawer and there's a button at the top. Well, I took my odds and ends from when I do the ruler, remember my ruler frame? Those are like just the pieces that I cut off, and I had those in a drawer. And I was like, what can I do with those? So I cut them to size to go in the back of this sewing drawer. And then, so there's a like a couple buttons at the top, and then there's a clothespin, and then clothespin to it is some yellow rickrack with some hooks. You see it at the top, and then down here at the bottom there's a little doily, and I got that what is that doohickey? What is this little doohickey? You know. So I stacked up. There's an old in here. There's our little guy. In there, I got some safety pins, a thimble, and some pins in the little strawberry. And I just stacked up a bunch of spools with a little, and this is kind of like an ode to my grandma Rowene. Yeah, I made this, I think I made this on a live. I just repainted the box. I got the box, or the drawer from an antique store here, and that just sits up on my, isn't that cool? So you could just take some, you could take some things like that you have, and you could just make it into like a little, well, it's a roller. It on a pattern. What I remember is Grandma having those tools, and she put the the paper down that would trace the patterns, and she rolled it. Is that a good memory? Is that a good memory? I feel like that's what she did. But yeah, isn't that a cool idea? I thought it was really cool, and it just sits back on my and you could switch. I mean, this stuff down here. Whoops, gosh, don't knock that off. This stuff is glued in. These are glued. The bottom ones are glued, or these are glued together, and that's glued on, so that won't come off. But this, I think, nope, I glued that. But this stuff is just, I think it's just hooked into that clip, because I can use the rickrack. Chasing wheel, is that what it is? Holy buttons, Batgirl. Yes, I know, right? They call me the button hoarder. It just brings me joy, and what would make me sad is if those buttons today did not sell, right? And then the family's just like, well, we don't want them, and then they just end up in the garbage. Wouldn't that make you more sad? Pattern tracers. Yeah, see, that's what I think. I remember Grandma having, using, the paper that she put down, what is it, copy paper? You know how it's, leaves a lot. It's old school right there. Old school. All right, you guys. That's my button. That's a lot of buttons. I put them all together like that. I'm like, holy crap. That's a lot of buttons. Don't judge me. Brings me joy. We all have joy in our different way, right? So you guys, I hope you have a great Saturday. She stopped barking. She lost her carbon paper. Yes, Marlene, that's what it was. Carbon paper. I couldn't, the words, they don't. She heard me. She heard me talking. Anyway, you guys, I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday, and I will be on Tuesday in the Stand Tall Crafting group at, I think, probably 5 o'clock. You and March. Oh, it's Christmas. Oh, Christmas barn trail. We should. That was fun. She is, but then she heard me and she's like, argh, argh. So, have a great weekend. I'm going to probably turn on some football down here, and I got some more wood for my laser, and I ordered some bigger wood, and I realized that it's too big to fit in my laser. So I have this mechanism to raise up my laser and do a pass-through. But do you think I know how to do that? It's still in the box from when I bought the pass-through, because I've never used a big piece of wood before in there. So I got to figure out how to do it. So have a great Saturday, friends, and I will talk to you again soon. Thanks for being here, and hopefully I'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great day. Bye-bye.